Second Life Lessons with Sarah Dalrymple.
Lesson 6: Advanced Movement, Furniture, and Vehicles.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah Dalrymple. We are back with our next Second Life lesson. This one is going to be about advanced movement, vehicles, and furniture. So, first, we're going to cover advanced movement. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have your hover height on. To do that, you are going to right click on your avatar, choose Appearance, and then hover height. That is going to pop this little bar up. I like to keep mine up near the top so that it's handy, but also not really blocking a lot in the way of visuals. Hover height is handy for various reasons. The first being shoes. As your avatar changes shoes, your height is not going to change. So you may end up looking like you're hovering over the ground or with your feet in the ground. And so you use that to adjust your height to the ground so that you look like you're actually standing like a normal person. Next is going to be your movement. There's multiple ways of doing movement. The most popular one is just using your keyboard. You can also have a pop-up window that gives you the options to walk, run, or fly. But you can also access all of those on your keyboard. So first we're going to discuss standard movement, which was discussed in my first video. We're just going to take a review of that. To move forward, you press W. To turn left, you press A. To turn right, you press D. To move backwards, you press S. Now, to run, you will double tap and hold the W key on the second tap, just like this. And that will get your avatar running. And you can still move left and right while you run, but when you go backwards, you're going to start walking unless you double tap and hold the S key. Next is jumping. Unlike most games, jumping in Second Life is not tied to the space bar. It is the E key. So anytime you tap the E key, you are going to jump. To fly, you press the F as in Frank key. And you'll move up in the air a little bit and you'll hover. And from there you can WASD your way around as you fly. Now if you want your flight to go up or down, up is the E key, as in elevate. C is the key to use to go down, as in, oh no, I'm crashing to the ground. So next we will cover furniture. We are at MySpace Park. Everybody is welcome to come visit it. There's lots of fun stuff to do here. We're going to head over here to the food hut. I will put the link for the Space Park down in the description so that you come up here and ride some rides, enjoy some snacks. We have got some chairs and tables right here. I'm going to, these have a single pose, so I'm going to just sit by right clicking and it automatically put me on the table, but I can now click on any chair at this table or the table itself to move. Due to high heels and such, when you sit on a piece of furniture, you may sink into it a little bit, you may hover over it a little bit. That's where the hover height comes in. You just adjust that hover height accordingly until you are pleased with how your avatar looks sitting on that piece of furniture. To stand up, you just click the stand button at the bottom middle of your screen. And that is a single pose piece of furniture. What about furniture that has multiple poses? It will give you a menu. So I'm going to show you that. by coming right over here to this ride. You choose the seat you want to sit in. Right click on it. Choose sit here. And now you will have in the upper right corner a menu. And you can just click on those different options and it will change how you sit in your pose and animations in that seat. Some of these will have submenus, so you'll have like a submenu for dinkies, which are small avatars, or for male-based avatars, female-based avatars. There are some menus that you need to be careful about. They're usually listed as cuddles, or love, or the S word, or adult. Cuddles are still PG, but if there is another person sitting on the same piece of furniture as you, they may not want to cuddle with you. Ask first. Same with the adult menu items. Ask first. So when you are done sitting in a piece of furniture, you can close the menu on the right hand side, right click, and choose stand up, or from that little button at the bottom middle of your screen that says stand, click on it. That will basically push you out of the furniture. Now for vehicles. You will need to be in a place that allows you to res vehicles, either be a member of a land group or in a sandbox, or there are sims that are set up specifically for drivers. I will put some of those links down in the description, and they will have a small area for resing. I'm a member of this land group, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out a vehicle. Get this vehicle right here. It's my most favorite land vehicle. You know what? Let's make sure we're on the right group first. Oh, there it goes. It just took a little while. Sometimes the vehicles do take a little while to load. That's okay. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. So you go sit on them by right clicking, and it'll say either sit, drive, drift. It'll be in the same location that sit normally is. So you go ahead and get there. I'm going to turn my sound up just a little bit so that you can hear my car. This vehicle is based on the 1970s International Scout 2. So, to start moving, I'm going to turn so I'm not running into a whole bunch of things. It's the same thing as WASD. To change gear so that your vehicle goes faster. Gear shifting up is page up. Shifting down is page down. But the rest of it is all WASD movement. Boats are very similar, the only exception being sailboats. All vehicles, well, I won't say all, most vehicles, your early freebie Second Life vehicles do not usually come with instruction note cards. All other vehicles do. And they usually come with the HUD so that you can see how fast you're going. Not everything comes with a HUD, but a lot of them do. So that is ground vehicles. I'm going to just stand up. If your vehicle is not copyable, in this section of the menu, you will only see take and delete. If you cannot copy your vehicle, Make sure you're choosing take so that it goes right back into your inventory and not into your trash bin. Otherwise, feel free to delete. It'll just go into your trash and no harm is done. So next we're going to be looking at uh, aerospace. This is going to be your spaceships and aircraft. So I'm going to pull out my most favorite aircraft or spacecraft besides a Firefly. We're going to wait for it to res. And we're going to fly. And to do that, first in local chat, we need to use the word start, which turns the engine on. And then we have to go into mouse view. And to do that, you're going to press the letter M, and that puts you into mouse view. And it's the same thing, except now, when you move your cursor, that's going to determine what direction your ship is going. And I believe this may also apply to aircraft. I've not really flown aircraft. And to get out of mouse view, you're going to hit escape. And that will allow you to go ahead and stand up or delete your vehicle. I'm just going to delete it and let myself fall. You're not going to take fall damage in Second Life. Some places will not allow you to res vehicles, but they will have resers out. So I'm going to show you the one that I have here at the space park. Everybody can use this. It's absolutely free. You come running over here. And you will find this Space Pod 300 vehicle reser. You click on the sign, and it will res the little vehicle, and you just sit in it. And this one uses basic WASD movement. And you can even do a little jump with it. You cannot fly with it. Oh, yes, you can. Look at that. Go back down to ground. And when you are done, you will go ahead and just stand up. And you don't have to worry about cleaning this up. It's self-cleaning. It will remove itself. The next type of vehicle is going to be rideable pets. The most famous brand for these is Teagle. They do horses, striders, and dogs and donkeys. They are very expensive. There are other brands that make rideable pets if that's something you're interested in. So I'm going to pull out my most favorite rideable animal, and that is Quark. Why is he named Quark? Because I am a silly woman. One, Quark is a scientific term. Yes, scientific term. Two, it's also the character from a sci-fi TV show from the 90s. So we're going to res out Quark. We're going to right click on him and choose ride. You want to make sure when you're riding an animal that you turn your animation override off. And your animation override menu is going to vary depending on what you have. I know for Sinra it's just a big silver button. Just click right there where it has the green on-off button, the power button, and it will turn it off. Not every animal will come with its own HUD, but these do, and I am appreciative of that. So we're going to set ourselves to bird speed. We are going to just leave it with no speed boost because I just want to walk right now. And here we are. And Quark can run. He can fly. All that good stuff. So now we have covered everything but watercraft. So we're going to stand up from Quark. We're going to take him and delete him. For watercraft, 1, you have to be on Linden Lab water. They do not work anywhere else. 2, you have to be at a spot on Linden Lab waters where you can res. So you're going to search, and for Linden Lab waters, most people go to the Blake Sea because it's the easiest to navigate. It's got lots of wide open ocean. So Blake Sea. And you're going to look for a Blake Sea res zone. There's tons and tons of them out there. And then you will just teleport to it. Now, most of your watercraft, your motorboats, are going to operate pretty much on the same way as your ground vehicles. You'll res them out. They will go to the top of the water. You'll move your camera up, sit in them, and you'll have an option to start the engine, and then you just drive about, just like you do with the cars, using page up and page down to change the gears. So I'm not going to go over them. I am going to go over the sailboats because they are a little different. So I've got a sailboat right here. Pulled it out. It res, and then it pops up to the top of the water. So you have to move your camera up, or you can fly. You can choose F and E and bring yourself up here. And then you're going to right click, sit here. Hit escape twice to adjust your camera. Make sure your hover height is how you want it. And then in local chat, you have to raise the sail first. So we're going to choose raise. To catch more or less wind is going to be W. Oh, have to get out of local chat. So to get out of local chat, hit escape again. That will put you right back onto your avatar for the focus. W to increase your sail. Catch more wind. S to lower or pull in that sail. A and D will turn you. Once you have your sail set, unless there's changes in the wind for the area that you are in, you can just leave that sail. You will automatically move in a forward direction. There is no backwards movement. Why? Because that's not how the wind works, people. And then you can use A and D to move left or right. Personally, I love the sailing. It's much more relaxing for me than operating a motorboat. But we have come to the end of our lesson. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. This is Sarah. Bye.